Hello my friends, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna go over the level 1 trader builds and some of the gear that you can get from level 1 traders. I am in a bit of a hurry to get this done, so let's get straight into it. First things first, we're gonna go to level 1 prepper right here, and we're gonna buy the AKS-74U. That is 24,500 rubles, and that is the base. Obviously that's the gun. We're gonna go to mechanic level 1. We're gonna get ourselves the Goliath handguard right here for 4,400 rubles. And by the way, everything is level 1 traders, so I'm not gonna repeat that it's level 1 traders every single time. Another thing you can get from here is the blue laser, if I can, or sorry, not the blue laser, the flashlight with tactical flashlight with a laser, the Glock variant. That's the one that I prefer on this build, but obviously you can use the blue laser from skier level 1 as well if you want to go with that tactical device instead. This one, which is a lot cheaper if you want to save some money. And since we are at skier, we're going to look for the Pilgrim dust cover. If I can find it, it's right here for the AKS-74U. This allows us to add a sight to the gun. Obviously the sight is completely personal preference, but just for the sake of the video, let's go with the MRS from skier level 1 as well. Right here, that is 13,800 rubles. And we just need the RK6 tactical foregrip to finish this build off. And to build it, it is very, very simple. You just go here, you remove the handguard. Make sure you don't remove the gas tube. You put the RK6 onto the handguard. You put the tactical device on it. Obviously, you can move it around. It has 3 slots on each side and on the bottom. And then you just drag it onto the gun. Remove the dust cover that is already on it. Put the Pilgrim one on it, and then you add your scope or whatever sight you want to use, and that is the build done. And just to show you the recoil really quickly, that is me just, I'm gonna drag down for like a second just to get the recoil under control, and then I'll let go. It is not the most accurate thing on the planet, obviously, but it's a very good rifle with very basic mods. And here's the flashlight with the laser as well. You can either go with just the laser, flashlight, or flashlight and the laser. That's what I will be using. But if you want, obviously, like I said, you can just go with the basic laser from skier level 1 as well. And moving on, we're going to go to Peacekeeper. We're going to look at a couple of SMGs. SMGs early wipe are absolute lasers, and you should 100% take advantage of them. In a map like Ground Zero, where everything is most likely going to be close quarters, you know, all the quests are indoors basically, I highly recommend looking into SMGs, and my 2 choices are going to be the Uzi and the MP5. Let's go over the MP5 first. Since that is the most basic one, we are not gonna mod it at all. You can buy the 30 rounders without any problem. And here is the recoil for the MP5 without me controlling it at all. I'm just holding the left mouse button down, and that's how much of a laser it is. With nothing added to it, it is very, very, very efficient, just like this. Obviously, the ammunition is not gonna be the greatest, but on wipe day, everyone is gonna have absolute garbage armor first week of the wipe, or maybe even 2 weeks of the wipe. This will work perfectly, especially in a map like Ground Zero, like I said. I'm gonna have to look into my notes here really quickly. So this Uzi is from Peacekeeper level 1 for 237 USD. You're gonna get yourself the 409mm barrel from mechanic level 1. I hope I can find it here. Here it is. And then from mechanic level 1, we're also gonna look for the vented barrel shrouds. It's right here, 7,680 rubles. That goes right onto the barrel. We can add it straight away. And then level 1 mechanic also sells the handguard rail right here, 1,000 rubles. And this allows us to add a tactical device to the micro Uzi as well. And just for the sake of the video, we're gonna go with a little bit of variety. We're gonna go with just the laser this time from skier level 1. But obviously you can use the Glock flashlight with the laser again. That would be my preferred option. Just throwing it out there, but I want to show you just a little bit of variety, I guess. So add that onto it as well, and then remove the barrel, add this one, and then add the laser itself with the rail, obviously, and that is the build done as well. Unfortunately, you cannot get 30 round mags, but Peacekeeper level 1 sells the 25 round mags, if I'm not mistaken. Right here, as you can see, so 5 or 7 bullet difference, not that big of a deal, I don't think, at least. So, you know, up to you if that's a factor for you, but here is the recoil. Obviously a little bit of lower rate of fire, and the iron sight is not ideal either. You can't really add a scope to this one, but I still think it's a very nice build. And moving on to the final build, I don't want to give you like 60,000 builds. You can obviously go around and look for yourself. Like, for example, just a quick honorable mention. The SKS, OP SKS from Jaeger level 1 is a great gun, but I make a video about this every single wipe, so I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. But OP SKS is a honorable mention. The Ketters from level 1 Prepper are an honorable mention as well. As you can see right here, this is a barter, obviously. We're not going to have flea market, I think, for 2 weeks, so that's a bit of a rough one. Good luck to us, but, you know, the Ketter still works, and you can find the suppressors pretty easily on scavs as well, or the suppressed variant of the Ketter from scavs fairly easily. But moving on, we're going to go to the skier level 1. We're going to get ourselves the ADAR. The ADAR comes with the rail on the gun by default. You can add a sight to it straight away. For the sake of the video, I've gone with the Romeo 7. It gives a little bit of range, but it's not too much in your face when things are happening in the close quarters. All the sights are personal preference, obviously, so do with that as you will. We're gonna move on to mechanic level 1. Now, as you can see, this thing has a gas block with the iron sight. What we want to get is this one right here, the Windham weaponry rail gas block. This is level 1 mechanic, but it is only unlocked after completing Gunsmith 1. You unlock Gunsmith Part 1 right after you complete the first quest by mechanic in Ground Zero, and Gunsmith 1 by itself is a very easy quest to complete. But let's get this gas block. You can play without it as well, by the way. You don't, you know, it's just, it'll stay in the way a little bit, but that's it. It is not too bad. And also Peacekeeper level 1 sells the 20 round mags for the ADAR as well. Here it is. Throw that in there. Remove the gas block, add this one on it, and then add the sight, and that's it. I know it looks very basic, which, you know, obviously it is very basic, but you don't need some crazy builds on the first day of the wipe. And here's the recoil. I'm gonna click as fast as I possibly can. And that's it. But before we wrap up the video, let's look at some of the basic gear that you can get from the level 1 traders. So level 1 Ragman sells the SSH steel helmet. This has been the go-to helmet for I don't know how many wipes now, but it's always been on top of everyone's dome at the first week of the wipe. Unfortunately, this time they removed the ability to wear headphones, so that's going to put you in a pretty decent disadvantage. So I would recommend going to Peacekeeper level 1 and get yourself the Antar helmet for 228 USD. And I know you're going to look like a blueberry, which is not ideal, but all the ground's going to be covered in snow, so you won't stand out as much. And for a level 3 helmet, I think getting money spent with Peacekeeper as well, it's not a bad trade-off. At level 2 Prepper, which I want to say is level 15 off the top of my head, you can buy the Ratnik helmet as well for 39,000 rubles, but we're talking about level 1 here, so I don't want to go into that too much. And the helmet you can combine with the M32 headset from Skier level 1. Now, this is a very, very basic headset. It's not a great headset by any means, but it gets the job done. And quite often, when you buy these and you insure these, you get these back from flea market, or get these back with insurance fairly easily. And just to finish off your head, we're going to cover your dome with the basic balaclava for 2,800 rubles. It does help you a little bit, or at least help you avoid getting spotted if you sit in a dark corner, which we all know you're going to do that. It's not like you have many choices in terms of covering your head on level 1 traders anyway, so that's what we're going to go with. Moving on to the chest rig territory, or vest territory, we're going to go to Jaeger level 1, who sells the Umka chest rig. This is the best rig hands down from level 1 traders. Obviously, you're not going to have Jaeger unlocked straight away, but once you do, this is the best vest I would recommend to you. Alternatively, you can go to Ragman level 1 and you can get the TV rig, which is this one, TV 106. Obviously, it's smaller, it has 10 slots, but it has a 2x2, so if you have a Grizzly or something, you can carry that around. Either go with the TV, or once you unlock Jaeger, just run this one. You can buy 3 per reset, as you can see right here, and that's as good as it gets from the traders. Now, let's move on to the body armor. We got the Paka soft armor, obviously, absolute garbage, let's be real. Level 2 armor from Ragman level 1, 29,000 rubles. You can also go to Prepper level 1, and the 6B2 body armor is 19,000 rubles. But the difference here is, first off, the Paka has side armor, as you can see right here, which once again is not some sort of miracle thing that's going to save your life every single time, but it is also 2 kilograms lighter, or nearly 2 kilograms lighter. So weight early game is always a pretty big factor. So I'm gonna go with the pack of soft armor, level 3 body armors though. You can go to proper level 1 right here. You got the 6p23 propane tanks you can find pretty easily around interchange early wipe, not a problem. Ragman level 1 also sells the Antar body armor for 2 max energies. These are also very easy to get in the Goshan or an interchange as well. So when you're looking for your green teas and whatnot, you can also get the max energies and get yourself another blueberry armor, and you can get the full set, so to speak. Ragman level 1 also has, let me just switch to level 1 traders here, the Korakulan body armor, however you pronounce it. For 1 Raven, it's a nice armor, it's nice looking armor, it's not a bad armor by any means, but it's fairly chunky as you can see here. And I don't really like the Raven barter. I feel like you're just wasting money at that point. But obviously, if you have a chance to get level 3 armor and you have the Raven, you know, might be worth looking into it. And when it comes to backpacks, unfortunately, you don't have many options. You know, you got the basic stuff from Ragman. You get better stuff from Scavs. If you do want to get something a little bit bigger, you can go to Peacekeeper level 1, and he has the MBS backpack or MBSS backpack for 1 hard drive. Hard drives are everywhere, very easy to find. So for a, what is this, 18 slot bag or 16 slot bag, not a bad trade-off in my opinion for a single hard drive. But keep your eye on the fence as well, as people are gonna be dropping some of the good stuff into Fence's hands as well. But that about sums it up, my friends. Thank you for watching. I know it's a bit rushed, it's not some sort of highly polished video, but you're here for the information anyway, and you don't really care about all the fancy editing. Thank you again for watching. I hope you have a great wipe, and if you wouldn't mind, check me out on Twitch as well. I am streaming there. I'm gonna have Twitch drops on 2nd or 3rd of January, so I'll see you there. Thanks again, and have a great wipe, my friends. Take care.